So because of unforeseen circumstances, I missed the screening of this film last Tuesday, so I went to the Thursday night showing at 9 o'clock, which was sold out. The 9:30 was sold out as well, so they opened up an 11:45 p.m. showing, and I went to that despite being pretty tired. I wanted to have my review up last night, but I had to collapse in bed first, so I apologize. The Fault in Our Stars is directed by Josh Boone and stars Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort. I apologize if I butchered your name, sir. I'm sure I'll get much pronunciation advice in the comments below, because I always do. This film is based off an extremely popular novel about a young girl who has cancer, and the film opens with her having cancer. There's no like, oh, one day I got cancer. It's just like, I have cancer now, and this is how I have to deal with it. She carries around an oxygen tank everywhere she goes because it deeply affects her lungs. She's forced to go to a support group, and she meets this guy who is a cancer survivor, but because of cancer, he lost his leg. And they become quick friends and eventually more than friends, and we get to watch their story of how they come to know each other. The Fault in Our Stars is one of those movies where as soon as you find out that it's being made, you're like, well, that was inevitable, because every popular book, especially ones that are popular with young adults now, it's a movie now. And apparently Shailene Woodley is going to star in a lot of them. For me nowadays, there's a little bit of weariness that comes with walking into another book adaptation to a movie because there are so many of them nowadays, and it's just becoming this trend, and it seems like so many of them aren't really given the care that they deserve. The Fault in Our Stars is gratefully different. This is a movie that is told with quite a bit of care, specifically for its characters. Shailene Woodley in this film is excellent. She is by far the best part of this movie. Her performance is at times heartbreaking. She's extremely real, and she never feels like, I'm in a movie, look at me, whoopity-doo, I'm an actress. She really feels very real in this role. And that is by far one of the best praises that I can give this movie, is the characters in the film are handled with quite a bit of love. And it really shines through in the way the actors perform in this movie, because both Shailene Woodley and Ansel are very good in their roles, and they definitely have a lot of obvious care for these characters. One of the things the film tries to do is defy genre conventions. It tries to say, look, we're going to forget about these cliches, we're going to tell a realistic story. Sometimes crap like this happens, it sucks, but this is how people deal with it. And the film mostly does a good job at that. There are times where the film does falter and fall into some of the cliches that it is trying to avoid, but for the most part it tells a story that has two young people who are dealing with some really crappy stuff that happened to them, and it shows the viewpoint of somebody who has already been through the acceptance phase. It sidesteps what a lot of movies that deal with cancer do. It skips the acceptance stuff, it skips the denial stuff, and it shows two characters that have already been through all of that and shows how they deal with it. And that was something I really loved about this movie. The chemistry between the leads was very good. It wasn't mind-blowingly great at times, but I thought they worked very well together, and a lot of that was due to the very heartfelt script, because this is a script that at times could divulge into extreme sappiness. And I'm talking Lifetime Channel original movie. This movie could be truly awful, and there are times where it does feel like from scene to scene it is just begging you to cry. But for the most part, because of the realistic portrayal of these characters and how good the actors did, and the sensitive direction, I felt that the movie wasn't as sappy as it could have been, which is really saying a lot because of the story that's involved here. This could just go so melodramatic, but they wisely sidestepped a lot of those more fake scenes that movies try to get the audience to cry, and it just shows sometimes this is how it is, and this is how people have to deal with things. But like I said earlier, there are some moments in this film that do feel very cliched, that actually go for some of the cliches that this film is trying so adamantly to avoid. But I gotta give the film props, because this story is just begging to be cheesy and over-the-top melodramatic, but it is able to avoid a lot of those cliches quite often. And the performances in the film are very, very good. The characters are obviously handled with a lot of emotion and care, and for that reason I'm gonna give The Fault in Our Stars a B. It's a tale that really does feel like it could happen, although sometimes the film does divulge into some of the cliches it's trying to avoid. So guys, are you a fan of the book? What did you guys think of the book to film adaptation? I'm curious to know your thoughts, and as always guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.